Hey Lipstick Mamas, Jenny Evans here. So this makes our fourth and final kind of meetup, get together. And I have had a great time. I hope that you've been able to learn something. I'm coming to you different today instead of on a Zoom because we just had a hurricane come through, and I'll kind of get more to that in a minute. But usually we were taking screenshots of everyone that was there in the beginning of the Zoom and then everyone that was there at the end of the Zoom to kind of tally up and make sure we could do this giveaway for everyone that made time to be here live. And so this time I will kind of give some prompts along the way. So go ahead and get a pen and piece of paper ready, and you're going to jot your answer down. There's no wrong answers here. And that way you can drop them in the comments whenever you hop off. I'm going to talk to Priscilla, and we'll probably have like a deadline time. That way it'll be like you watched it live. And then your answers would, confirm that you watched the whole video. So those that have made it live through this whole time, I just want to say thank you. I want to say thank you for committing. Thank you for putting your business as a priority and making it a priority. That's the first step. So we had a hurricane come through. We're about 4 hours inland. It usually is a tropical storm by the time they get to us, but this time it was still a hurricane, and that brought a lot of heavy winds. No major damage here. We're praying for our friends on the coast because I know that it was devastating for a lot of people. But it did knock down some lines, Wi-Fi in and out, electric in and out, and I felt like this was more dependable. That way y'all aren't sitting there waiting on me at 9 and I have bad service or no service or whatever, okay? So back to those that have committed to being here live every time. I just have to say it's a big deal. That is taking the first step to committing to taking your business to a higher level. And that's why I wanted to do a giveaway for that, because sometimes it's easy to put a business like this on the back burner because you don't have a boss sitting there waiting, you don't have a deadline, you don't have, it's like if you're gonna do homeschool or college from home, then it's a lot. You have to kind of train yourself to commit. You have to train yourself to stay on task so that you don't get behind. And it's kind of the same concept with working this business. You have to have a dream and a goal big enough that it motivates you even when you're not motivated. It motivates you even when you don't have anybody telling you have to do this. You have to make this a priority. But the coolest thing about this business is that you can literally work it into your own life. You can work it around your life, whatever that might mean for you. So Cody's home from the oil field, right? Like, that was my biggest goal. I want to retire him from the oil field. I want to bring him home. I want to give him the opportunity to work how he wants to work, make money how he wants to make money, and it not be us all depending on him and the stress of I have to stay here where I might not be happy or where I might be working 8 hours away because it's providing for my family. So he's home. And Eli this year is homeschooling. And so we are literally tied to nothing, and we're constantly back and forth. We have a house an hour and a half south of here, and then we have this house, and this house is where it's a fixer-upper. And so when we get here, we're working a lot. But I'm telling you this because I built my business on kind of a spur of the moment life. We don't have a set schedule. Even when Cody was working on his 2 weeks off, we were always going somewhere. I wasn't working, Eli was too young to be in school, and we would pick up and go down and visit his dad in South Louisiana, or we'd take a trip, out of town, or we'd go camping, or whatever. There was no schedule, and I do thrive on a schedule, but I'm also proof that you don't have to have your life together and in a certain order to make this work for you. You can work Lime Life into your regular life, and that's actually what your network wants to see. So does it benefit you to block out an hour a day to work your business of really structured time? Absolutely, and I encourage it. I absolutely encourage it. Plan what you want to get done in that hour. Block out. I have a video of this in the Wonder Tribe page called I call them power hours, but it's not the power hour sales party. Or opportunity event. It's a power hour, meaning like for an hour I'm putting in power to my business. Okay, so I have a whole video on that in the Wonder Tribe page that I did last October that you should really check out, and it'll help you see how that is or how that goes. But you can work Lime Life into your business. Your network wants to see you, what you do on a daily basis, what your kids are doing at T-ball practice, what, when you're cooking for dinner, how you're doing your makeup in the morning before work. Carrie Pinkard is one of my senior directors, and she goes live almost every single morning at like 5:30 or 6 a.m. Before she goes to work. Before anybody else is up in her house, that girl is up going live. Does she have 100 people on watching her? No, but she's consistent. Her network watches her throughout the day. and she has incredible sales, and she's headed for LEED Platinum. So this is while being a full-time teacher. She has 3 kids, a husband, you know, so I'm just saying, work it into your life, work it into your daily schedule. Your life is a part of your brand too, right? So when we pack up and go out into the boat, into the lake, and go fishing for the day, that's a part of my stories. And then however I can work Lime Life into that, whether it is just a basic post talking about how thankful I am to be able to work from wherever we are. I can work while my kids are fishing. I don't have to miss that boat trip. I can still go as long as I have cell service and work my business. Or it might be something a little bit more about the products, like, you know, we're on the boat fishing and I'm talking about the sunscreen that I'm wearing, or I'm talking about how our concealer is waterproof or something like that. Work your business into your life, and you don't have to disassemble your life in order to you know, prevail in your business. Work it into your life, and you're not stressed out like, oh my gosh, I have to set aside 3 hours to work. Sometimes there's projects, there are things that you might be working on that you want to set aside that time to do. But the bottom line is Lime Life is that. It's a part of your life. Work it into your life and what you're doing on the daily basis. And every day, look for an opportunity, at least once a day, to work your business into what you're already doing. And it eventually becomes a habit, right? When you're getting ready for church, when you're at the T-ball game and it's really hot outside and you're talking about your makeup staying, or the spray, oh my gosh, I can't think of it, the primer and setting spray. Abram's going to be getting up any minute, so I'm trying not to be too loud. Anything like that. Get into the habit of looking for opportunities to work it into your daily life, and that way you're not always looking to put your life on hold to work. Okay? These two things can coexist. They can coexist very, very nicely. I'm not saying that you'll ever, or that you'll always feel like it's balanced, because I still go back and forth, but I also love my job. I'm passionate about it. I love seeing other people succeed. I love succeeding. I love money. I love watching other mamas make money from selling makeup. And so it's worth it to me. And I've gotten to the point that it doesn't take that much time out of my life. Even if I have to sit in the car for 5 extra minutes when my kids when my kids and husband go ahead and go in to get a seat at the restaurant, right? 5 extra minutes to respond to that voice message, or to hang on. Yeah, I should have put this on. Do not disturb. Hopefully this video doesn't get interrupted. 5 extra minutes to respond to that voice clip, or 5 extra minutes to finish up that post, so that whenever I can go in, I can put my phone down and have a nice dinner. Things like that. Work it into your life, okay? So the majority of the things that we've talked about through these Zooms is enrolling, because we know that it's the key. It is the key to getting you anywhere in this business. You have to have a tribe. You have to grow your tribe. Air conditioner just kicked on and it's loud. You have to be willing to put yourself out there and get a little uncomfortable with offering this opportunity to people, even if you don't know them, so that you can start to grow your business or continue to grow your business. And the proof is in the pudding. The odds are there. The more people you ask, the more likely you're going to get a yes. And your odds begin to change. As the more people you enroll, you figure out your verbiage, you figure out what works, what doesn't work. And the key here is you start to gain confidence. The way you gain confidence is experience, right? The more you do it, the more comfortable you are with it. Flex that muscle and commit to at least, what did we say, at least one person a day that you're reaching out to and offering the opportunity. And if you can commit to one a day, which is nothing, it would take you 10 minutes max, and that's probably including a conversation after they respond, assuming that they respond, right? One person a day means at the end of the month you've reached out to at least probably 29, 30, 31 people, okay? And we know that we need 3 people to enroll each month for you to continue to grow, and then you're duplicating that with your team. So you have to know that the confidence that is key, comes from experience. And in the beginning, if you're lacking that confidence, if you're feeling like, who am I to reach out to this person? She might laugh at me. She might say no. She doesn't even remember me. She might mock me. She might think, I don't do my makeup good enough, or she might think that my life's not together enough, or whatever, all these stories that we tell ourselves. If you find yourself in that space, I want you to fake it until you make it, right? You may have heard me say that before, but I'm going to take it a step further today. I want you to, this is going to be the first thing that you're writing down to prove that you were on this video. The first thing that I want you to write down. I want you to think of somebody that has confidence. Think of somebody that you kind of look up to in the confidence arena, basically. and pretend you're them. Put yourself in their shoes, okay? So sometimes for me, that's Abby, because the girl's got hella confidence. Sometimes for me, that's like Rachel Hollis or Brene Brown. So it doesn't have to be a Lime Lifer. It can be a leader, a sideline sister that you've gotten to know. It can be somebody that you don't even know that you follow that's with Lime Life or another company, or it can be a motivational speaker, an author, anybody, but somebody that shows confidence and that you look up to in the confidence arena. And when you go to message these people, so that's what I want you to write down for number one. Who are you going to borrow confidence from, basically, right? Who are you going to borrow confidence from? And that's what I want you to write down for number one. The more, if you can fake it for a while and just pretend, like what would Abby do? What would Abby say right now, right? And I'm just going to send that message. I'm not going to overthink it. I'm not going to talk myself out of it. I'm going to act like I'm Abby, and I'm going to send that message. And if you do that enough times, you're tricking your brain into believing it's you that has the confidence. And once you trick your brain, that's all you got to do. You actually have that confidence. And the more you do it, the more experience you have, the more confident you're going to be, okay? Confidence is huge. And if you message someone and you're all squirmy and nervous and word vomiting, right? We talked about keeping your answers 2 to 3 sentences. We talked about not answering a question before it's asked, so that you're not word vomiting and overwhelming people before they even decide that they want to join. I'm telling you, you're going to make some progress. You're going to make some progress. You just have to keep going. But here's the thing. You will never enroll if you're not having conversations. Some of the top leaders in these companies were not even approached. To enroll. They actually enrolled themselves. And I know that y'all know my story. My girl literally just wanted me to know from a friend's standpoint, hey, you're about to spend whatever, $40 on that mascara, or $30, whatever. Do you know that our kit comes with the mascara, and for $99 you get all this other stuff too? That's all it took for me. So you have to get out there. You have to start offering the opportunity. And if the thing is if you're not offering it and somebody is, they're going to find it one way or another. Somebody else is going to offer it to them. They're going to Google and figure it out. They're going to see somebody else's ad and decide that it's fun and they want to do it. You might as well be the one to plant that seed, but you got to back it up with what you're posting on Facebook, with your attraction marketing, with your opportunity post, with, your personality and your fun and all that. Another thing that you need to consider is, are you likable, right? So I know that I talked about this in the very beginning too, but your profile picture, smile. Your pictures that you post, laugh. When you're live, have fun, be goofy, show your personality, whatever it is that makes you have fun and like makes your heart excited, do that before you get on live. If you're feeling, if you're going live and you're feeling so like clammy and like, just so nervous and so out of character, it's because you're not putting your own personality into it. You're trying to fit into this box that you're not meant to fit into, and there's no boxes here. We're all different. We come from different backgrounds. We lead differently. We work our businesses differently. And you have to know that your network wants to see you happy. They want to see you excited. They want to see you with passion. No one is going to follow anyone that doesn't have passion. No one is going to follow anyone that doesn't know where they're going. Whenever I left Younique and came here, I had so many enroll so quickly because I was dang sure not going to fail. Like, I was going to make this happen. I was passionate, I was excited, and I knew exactly where I was going, and I knew nothing was going to stop me. And that came out in all of my posts, in all of my lives, and everything that I did, that showed. People need a leader. People want to go with someone who knows where they're going. So you have to be passionate, you have to be excited, and everything that you post and everything that you do, your lives, your pictures, your videos, your boomerangs, be excited, have passion, and then at the same time, be confident about where you're going. And this is going to go back to, are you dreaming big enough? And are you sure of yourself that you can make it happen? Right? Are you one that's looking in the mirror and saying, I wish that could be me, but I'm just not sure that it would be? Or are you somebody that's looking in the mirror and saying, I'm going to make that happen. That is going to be me. I don't know when, I don't know how, but I'm telling you, I will make that happen. You have to tell yourself these things. You have to have these positive affirmations. I still have that little voice in my head sometimes that tries to trip me up, that tries to convince me I'm not good enough, or convince me that people don't want to hear what I have to say, and I have to shut it off, find the confidence in however I need to do it, remember my goals, remember my dreams, remember my why, and I have to push forward. If your why is not big enough to help you push forward when you're feeling the lack of motivation or lack of inspiration, then it's not big enough, right? You have to be hungry for one thing or another, whether it is hunger for money, whether it is hunger for time freedom so you can spend more time with your kids, whether it's hunger for extra money to help somebody else, or money to help yourself or your own family. You have to find a why that is big enough and it's emotional enough to keep you connected here. Okay? So the second thing that I want you to write down right now, if you could choose, let's say 2 whys, right? 2 whys. What are your 2 whys? For me, it is, and I can go into depth here, but the overall picture is my kids and our future, right? I want my kids in today, right now, happy, healthy, and I want to have the financial means to give them what they need. And for our future, long after I'm gone, I want them to know I was here. I want them to know that I hustled. I want them to remember my legacy of not allowing others to dictate your future, not living to please everyone else, but to change your life, change your future generation of your kids and your grandkids and great-grandkids, and to know that nobody is going to hold you back more than yourself, right? So if you're willing to break the chains and go for it, you are capable of achieving more than your mind can even comprehend, right? Let's see, the only other thing that I wanted to say, okay, the last thing that I wanted to mention was if you have team members who are kind of in and out, working sometimes but not always working. They say they want it but they don't show up for it. You have to know that you can't control that. You can inspire your team, you can try to motivate your team, but at the end of the day, you working your own business will inspire and motivate them more than any words you could really speak to them. If they're hungry for that one-on-one coaching or hungry to hear your motivation, that's one thing. But if you're trying to wake the dead and they're inconsistent, or they're in and then they're out, or they don't respond at all, or whatever, you have to know they need to see you succeed. You would be doing them a much bigger favor by going out, spending that time that you would be spending trying to convince them to get active, trying to convince them to work their business. Go find someone else to enroll. Go find someone else who's hungry so that y'all can lock arms and prove what's possible. They need to see it. They need to see it. They don't want to hear about it, they need to see it, and you're the one who can show them. Our team as a whole has never enrolled as much as they were when I was enrolling at my peak, and that's because they were seeing me thrive, they were seeing what I was doing. There were very few people who joined and didn't do much because they were all inspired. They were all wanting to get on that train and move with us, right? But in a slow time, or a time when I'm not enrolling, or a time that this business is not my priority, or a time when I'm not working my social media right, when they join, there's no inspiration there. Like, yeah, Jenny got to the top of the company. Obviously, it's because she got in early, because she ain't working her business. Nah, girl, I worked my business. So you have to show them and you have to inspire them through that. You have to know it's not your fault. You have to know that at the end of the day, you can lead a horse to water, but you can't make it drink. And you have to know that you cannot waste your time trying to wake the dead. When they're ready, be there. When they're ready, support. Still reach out. Still reach out monthly, still do your shout outs, still have them in the chats, be there, but do not waste your time trying to convince them or yourself that you're a good leader. Trying to convince them or yourself that tomorrow's the day and they're gonna get up and do it. No, you better be spending every second you can trying to find that new blood. And there's this saying that we have in network marketing, that it's easier to give birth than it is to wake the dead. And that just means if somebody is kind of stagnant or inconsistent or not sure about their goals, or it might not be a priority. Everyone joins for different reasons. And in addition, when people join, it might be something different than what they expected. It might take more time than they thought. It might used to have been an interest and now it's not. It's okay. It's okay. Everyone has their own opportunity to go as far as they want here, to do as much as they want. But if you want to change the mass majority, their inspiration level and how hard they work, You start with you. How hard are you working? How much are you posting? How much are you going live? How many conversations are you having? And how many people are you enrolling so that you can promote and show everyone else that's sitting there what's possible? Okay? So that's all I have. I think that I said that I had 3 things for you to write down, but it's only going to be 2. Thanks for being here. I think we're at about 20 minutes. I love y'all so much, and I think that I just hope that you are as proud as I am of y'all, of this team. You are a massive team in this company with the ability to make some serious waves. Lock arms, grow your team, grow your dreams, make it a priority, and let's make this team is going to the top this year. 2020 is the year that Lipstick Mamas hit senior director. And as soon as y'all lock arms, and as soon as y'all get your little booties enrolling, growing your team, and work in your personal business to inspire all those around you who are waiting to be inspired, you're going to soar. And I am so excited that I have a front row seat to watch it, okay? I love y'all so much. Have a great rest of the night. Tomorrow is another Friday, and y'all are going to die at what is coming. I'm so excited. All right, I'll talk to y'all later. Bye.